to fund something. I mean, I just would like to have a discussion about our understanding of the ghost train, because the way it's working out is different than my understanding when we accepted that project. So and maybe my understanding is wrong, and maybe the board would, is okay with funding various aspects of it. But I would just, for transparency, I would like it to be clear what we took on and what we're funding in relation to ghost train. So that's.
Okay.
And I have one question, but just to clarify, the questions ahead of time before this meeting, to be transparent, were that the 9,000 in maintenance, we were confused of whether this was a maintenance cost or marketing, and the 9,000, we just became aware from Mark that is not in the segregated fund. That just went into general revenues, and so there's no real accounting mechanism that tracks maintenance, even though we had a dedicated funding source. And so that would be included in the update of the understanding of what we're required and what we're obligated to do on that project. My one question is the owner of chemistry in place on this subcommittee?
Yes.
So I find it a conflict of interest for the owner who's getting paid for the service to make the coasters is asking for the money and getting approved.
She also owns the patent to the design. So that's I would, for the sake of tonight's meeting that we're at 9:30, I would say that would be a discussion that we need to have as a future discussion. But when it comes to designing, because she owns the patents of Ghost Train.
Which is not funny, because
Yeah.
it's like, they handed us a project and then every expense is gonna be, that's just not.
No, we really can't have anyone else design because she owns the patent. So that's a whole separate discussion that we need to have.
Then we shouldn't be paying, but yes, correct.
She owns a copyright to the design of the poster.
That's what I was informed, yes,
Not a
correct.
patent to the ghost.
So we don't
I
really
think she
own the
owns the
project
patent
if
and
we
the
are.
logo to the Ghost Train.
I think that's definitely a discussion.
Well,
Yeah,
absolutely.
We've paid legal fees to deal with that. I'm not sure if it was Ghost Train money or public art money, but at the end of the day, that's the village.
Okay,
So we'll be revisiting that at a later date.
Yeah, that's a whole other discussion that I would like to have.
all right. Any other further discussion? Seeing none, we will move on. Oh, motion to
I move
approve.
to accept the presentation to council.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. The next item is just approval of village minutes. I have a bunch, but I'm just going to name a few just to keep it short. And does anyone else have any additional? You can go first. Any other comments on the minutes before I go? No? Okay. Just on page number, sorry, these are my old notes. So July 2nd, 2018. Yep, and it would be this third page.
Oh.
And it just, so almost to the bottom of the page, it says trustee Menta was excused at 10:53. I just didn't see her come back. And then she taught, and then we recorded the meeting. So I just didn't know when she returned. If people leave, we write that they're excused and then they return, we would note that, correct? Is that what we normally do? Okay. And then the next page, I just want to ask in general, has Attorney Bear read over the minutes for the St. Robert's denial, or not denial, but so the St. Robert's, because it was a property right, and I just felt there was a lot of things I wanted to change, but I didn't, just to make it more accurate. I don't know if that's necessary, but and then, so, I could do my own.
Defer to hold.
Yeah. So maybe it doesn't matter, but because it was more of a hearing type, I don't know, I feel like maybe you should just look at it. Okay. Okay, so that concludes mine on that page. So I would make a motion to defer the minutes until the following meeting.
For July 2nd or for both?
Just July 2nd.
Second.
Okay, further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And then for the next one, under number 1, July 16th, at the last sentence, it says the village, this will be the future agenda. There was a suggestion of having trustee liaisons meet with the citizen committee chairs versus having the village president meet with, and I just wanted to say the village manager and committee chairs. I believe that's what was decided. Does anyone recall? All right. And then under number 6, I just wanted to clarify the third sentence line. It says, Mrs. Ewald informed the village board that the bid board provided a memo stating the recommendation from the village president is different, and I want to say is a different request for nominations by the bid board. Or different from the bid board, but if board made it sound like the village board, I just want to make sure to clarify that.
Oh, for the bid board.
Mhm. And then, I think it's the last comment I have, let me just make sure. Yes. The next sentence just says, it was recommended to approve Mr. Ursink. I would strike of the recommendation, just Mr. Ursink, and ask the bid board to reconsider their appointment of the other bid requested nomination, something like that to clarify. And that was it.
Yeah, I agree this sentence doesn't make sense quite the way it is, but I don't recall.
All right. Anybody else have anything?
That first change in the minutes, what
Sure.
was,
Okay.
what do you think? I think I said that it should be the liaisons with the
Mhm.
committees. What did you think it was?
So suggestion of having the trustee liaison meet with the citizen committee chairs versus having the village president meet with the city. It has to be consistent, not, it's just, you can just say versus the president meeting with the citizen committee chairs. Maybe just add the word chairs. I don't think there was any intent to meet with the whole committees. Is that
Okay,
correct?
right.
Okay. Trustee Warren?
Make it excuse for a moment.
Absolutely. All right. With that, do we have a motion to approve? So moved.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Oh, no.
Oh, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, motion carries. Thank you.
All right.
All right, so that concludes, do we have to do anything else? Okay. So the next item is,
And
there's no public hearing, so we go to,
Citizens Freedom.
is there anyone in the audience that would like to be heard on an issue not on the agenda? Seeing none. Audience member.
You've been sitting here a while.
Okay, so the next, I do want to check in with the board. It is 9:35. I've made that commitment. We are going into a snow removal discussion. Would we like to continue on, or would we like to defer the item?
I'd like a bio break if we are.
Yeah, we should go by.
Okay. All right, so we will come back at before 9:45. Thank you.